Hello. Hello, Carlos.
Hi, Maria. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Doing well. Thank you for the invite.
I will change the screen. How can you see the screen? Is it just one picture or okay, this the second picture? People are coming. Hi, Bartos. Please correct me if
Hello.
I don't pronounce your name correctly. So
It's Bartosz, but you can call me Bartek. It's easier.
Bartosz. I don't know. Bartosz is easier for me if you allow me.
Yeah, your name sounds Slavic as well.
I'm Russian. Yeah.
Okay, so you can
Identify
pronounce
myself
it.
as Russian. I was born in Belarus, but
I understand.
Chernobyl changed my life, so we moved.
Ah, you moved then.
We moved
No,
in 4 years after Chernobyl. So yeah,
I understand. I understand.
I want to see everybody. So far, I see myself and the speaker only. And the third, hi, Masha. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, to joining me. Gallery. Gallery is supposed to show everybody at once, right? So today is a very enjoyable meeting for me because there is no slides. I don't really like technology. So no slides, just pictures, talking, collaboration. Thank you for coming. 8 participants. I have 8 registrants, so maybe we can start. Hi, Ronnie. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. We will start from introduction and then introduction of each of you. So we have the partnership today in this meeting. Everybody has the same right. To be visible or not visible, I would of course love to see everybody, but it depends on your circumstances, I guess, and the purposes for today's meeting. 9.2. Should we wait? Should we wait a little bit more? Hi, Wendy. Thank you for coming. Do you want to share anything before we start? Where are you from? I'm from California, Saratoga, San Jose area, and I've been here in US for 10 years. I was born in Belarus, moved to Russia, then to Canada, back to Russia, then to Canada and US. I'm a mom of 2 daughters, 19 years old and 3 years old. So I have a very unique experience here. And I'm ICF coach, ACC, going towards my PCC. And recently in March, I took my position as ICF Foundation ambassador because I want to go towards my purpose in more meaningful ways. So I took the opportunity to be connected to nonprofits, to causes, to challenges such as expressed in UN Sustainable Development Goals. At least they can be very diverse, those 17 goals. So yeah, my first webinar in this position of ICF Foundation Ambassador, 2 people entered the waiting room. Let's do it without registration, I guess. Let's admit them. Welcoming everybody. Thank you for coming. So what was I saying? So yeah, the main role as ambassador of ICF Foundation is to connect coaches, independent coaches, but accredited by ICF or ICF chapters with nonprofits. as I understand right now, it's more about connecting chapters and coaches towards the Ignite project of ICF Foundation. Still admitting people. Yay, thank you. 10 people, 11. So, to be honest, I didn't anticipate this many people, so we will try our best to make it all inclusive, meaning that everybody has a voice and a time to share the perspective. Let's start with the introduction. So I will briefly repeat who I am. My name is Maria Kovaleva. I am ACC ICF, going towards my PCC, and I am ambassador of ICF Foundation. ICF Foundation has many projects. Right now, the scholarship for level 1 coaching just opened recently, May 12th, so everybody can apply. But I guess today we have mostly coaches here and representatives of nonprofits. Well, scholarship is a good way to get involved in this coaching world and get the education, this wonderful, I believe in coaching, wonderful instrument. So let's go for your introduction, guys. Thank you for coming. Who wants to start? Oh, I go by names in the list.
I can
Bartosz,
take it from
yeah.
here. No worries. Hello, my name is Bartek, based in Poland, Kraków. I'm PCC ICF coach. I have 3 years old daughter, so I can refer to your experience, Maria. And yeah, I work with business mostly. By the way, it's the final month for me in corporate world as a full-time employee, and I'll be focusing fully on coaching, which I'm very happy about after this time. I'm engaging in a few platforms projects, so you can find me easily on LinkedIn if you're interested and want to get in touch.
Thank you, Bartek. How about telling who you are, what is your purpose, and why you're here? What is your purpose? Since we are discussing the purpose today in coaching, what's your? It's not necessary in coaching, just purpose in general.
We have just an hour, right? So I need to be quick in responding to that. I constantly work on my purpose. I'm rearranging this. Last years were very intensive for me, so it's changing. But more and more, my purpose is to be a voice of my clients. Like I see it that way. Talking with my clients, coaching clients, I hear like I connect with their words, with their experience, and I see that's why I'm here, because that's how I see our impact as coaches, that we can influence the environment around us, because we know what's happening in words of our clients.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. I guess it would be fair if I shared my purpose and why it's important to talk about purpose. So I created my purpose 1 year ago as a project in Toastmasters. It was the project. So I worked with intention how to construct. And it was beautiful experience, and it was very like internal work. And for now, I formed this vision of my purpose. So I envision a peaceful world where we honor the uniqueness of each and interconnectedness of all. How I want to get there is by transforming generational trauma into wisdom and action. And the instrumental approach for me is conscious parenting and reparenting. So this is my big vision, how and with what. Thank you for sharing yours. Any volunteer, or I go to Ashley because she's the next.
That's
Hi,
fine.
Ashley.
Hi, everyone. My name's Ashley Prouds. I'm an ACC ICF coach and heading towards PCC, hopefully in the coming months. I am based in New Mexico in the US, but I'm originally from Scotland, and I've lived in lots of different countries around the world. And I'm also on the ICF New Mexico chapter as the social impact advisor. So that's part of my passion for joining this call today. And in terms of my purpose, I think I'm very focused on in my coaching work and my support. I run a program of coaching and retreats here in New Mexico. And my biggest passion really is to support more women to get into leadership roles, both in their lives and in the external workforce, and to stay in those roles and thrive in them. So that's really my great purpose and passion. Yeah, that's about it. I don't want to take up too much time, so I'll pass the mic on. And I might have to run out early because I have to take my child to a dental appointment. So I'm very sorry I can't stay the whole time, but I wanted to come and say hi to you all.
Thank you so much, Ashley. You want to pass the mic? You said?
I can pass to Charles. He's the first person I can see.
Alrighty, I came off of camera eating breakfast, so forgive me, but you don't have to watch that. So I'm formerly from New Mexico, but been in Austin, Texas for the last almost 30 years. Coming out of tech, Bar Talk, I left, I'm about 2 years in front of you, left my tech career and started my full-time coaching career. So I'm an ACC, probably a little further behind to get to my PCC, but hopefully within the next year. And my purpose, I think fundamentally, I hear a lot of resonation with what I've heard in terms of purpose already. But I guess I'll say my slant on it is, focusing on a humanizing form of leadership, right? So, especially with the way the world has been going, we seem to be going apart and treating people less and less like people, especially when it comes to business and politics. And so, I'm very much in favor of and promoting a humanizing form of leadership, bringing that back into tech, which is an area where it worked very well for me. So with that, I'll pass it on.
Who wants to continue? Masha? Would you?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Masha. I'm also in California, in Bay Area. I live in Los Altos. And I actually left tech a year ago, so it seems like we're all one after the other to pursue my passion. And I'm currently pursuing a master's in conflict resolution. And that brings me to my purpose of helping people navigate conflict, whether it's internal or relational, in a smoother, more efficient way, hopefully, than they know how to do it before they meet me. And I have 2 sons. They are 11 and 14, and I have a stepdaughter who just turned 10. So yeah, can relate there too. It's nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Ronnie?
Good morning. I am also in the Bay Area, part of the ICF Bay Area chapter. I live in Walnut Creek, California, and I have been coaching for nearly 10 years, but very similar to a lot of you. A little over a year ago, I left my 37 plus year corporate career and am now coaching and consulting. I I'm also a mindfulness facilitator, and over the years, I've integrated mindfulness into every coaching offering and program. I'm really passionate about that. I think that in terms of purpose, right now I'm in this, I don't call it retirement, I call it my reactivement phase of life, because I am active. I'm not tired, and I'm active doing all the things that I'm passionate about, which is really, you know, paying it forward in a myriad of different ways. And in terms of my coaching, I really focus on helping leaders, primarily women leaders, really lead with authenticity and help them to really spend more time on self-care so that they can really cultivate cultures in their companies that are robust in terms of belonging and learning and gratitude and employee well-being. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much for sharing. So yeah, I noticed that's a big gap sometimes from achievement, the high results, and then coming home and asking for love in sometimes distractful ways, dysfunctional ways from family members. And that's the gap that we try to fill with purpose and calmness and peace and understanding and communication as a main part, I think.
Yeah, I would say, you know, we are so good at giving 100% to our companies. And then we kind of just give our leftover selves to the people and the activities and hobbies and fur babies and neighbors that we love. So really helping them create ways to integrate mindfulness practices into their day so that they still have enough energy stores at the end of the day to pour into those people and things that they love so much.
Sorry for jumping in, but I must. It resonates so much with me because I don't know why I haven't mentioned about this, but actually my purpose can be shortly said in the way that like my purpose is to be vocal about the idea that we should have one calendar for life. No, no, you know, business calendar and, you know, the other one. So we shouldn't wait for living after hours, so called. So
Yeah.
sorry for jumping in, but I had to. I must have said that.
Maybe it was the driving force why we left corporate. I left corporate a year ago too, on July 4th, just to make it a you know, beautiful date for me. Independence Day, right? Independent coach right now I am. So let's go. I see Wendy. Wendy, do you want to share with us?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm in Virginia, so East Coast. And let me see. My purpose is to help people who are highly sensitive and highly ambitious really step into and balance their qualities to lead with, you know, more authenticity, of course, and yeah, just be a
Excuse me.
stronger leader.
Wendy, can you increase the sound of your microphone, maybe?
Sorry, did you hear any of it?
A little bit, but it's very.
Okay. Yeah, so I coach highly sensitive, highly ambitious leaders to help balance their qualities and lead more effectively.
Lead more effectively, or very ambitious. Thank you. And why you here? What you want to get from this space?
Well, I was curious about. Well, number one, I do really enjoy collaboration generally, and so I was really curious about what might be here in terms of collaborations, what opportunities there are, and then also kind of reimagining my purpose in coaching. That really resonated with me because I enjoy teaching, sharing my knowledge, as well as coaching, and how to merge those together and make them symbiotic instead of in conflict with each other.
Thank you, Wendy. Soon, do you want to go next? Thank you for coming, everybody. People are still joining.
Hello, thank you. I am Aysun and I am from Turkey. I live in Istanbul and I am also a volunteer in ICF Turkey. I'm an ACC credentialed coach. I was also working in a corporate company and I left it. Actually, I didn't leave it. They kicked me out, I can say,
It
5
felt
years
your
ago.
wish.
But it was okay. I mean, it was. I am now. How can I say? I'm grateful for that actually, because I have met this beautiful coaching profession. Because I have a neurodivergent daughter. She also had some traumas when she was small. Like Maria, you said you also like to work with those children or parents. So my daughter's therapist, I can say, she suggested me to be a parent coach, actually, at that time for neurodivergent parents, because I was really dealing very hard, still some difficulties how to manage. So that was really good for me, having the coaching education. So I am now trying to figure out better. But I became certified 2 years ago. And actually, my passion is to work with parents who have neurodivergent children, but I still didn't do the planning much. I'm still struggling because I don't know how to reach them. Maybe I have to market myself more, which I cannot do much. But I also got team coaching classes for group coaching and also team coaching. Maybe that will help me. So I'm now trying to do that. And also I'm volunteering in ICF Turkey's social projects. I'm a member of that part. I also have 3 projects I am now leading with one of my colleagues, and one of them is now in the Ignite. Actually, 2 of them are in the Ignite program. That one is for the women who had to leave their jobs because of something, maybe because of children or their husbands moving to another country, and they want to get back to work, but they don't have much courage. So this is one of the projects, and the other one is for the children who are in poverty and they don't have much money. So an organization is helping them, and we are group coaching their mothers. And the third one is 2 years ago, there was a very big earthquake in the southern part of Turkey. And there are some young teenagers who still live in containers, and they are in a very miserable situation. There is too much poverty there, but they are very ambitious and they really want to live their lives on. So this is another project. So I'm really very much into these social projects, and I'm a coach in one of them. So ICF really helped me to be in these projects and to lead them. So that's why I wanted to join and share also my thoughts and want to hear from you. So thank you for giving this opportunity to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aysun. That's beautiful. So many projects, and you're thinking, why didn't I market myself well enough? Like, you're occupied with so much.
Yes. Maybe. I also love this. So sometimes I feel I'm like in the flow, that I believe that it's going to happen, but I'm not living like in a very how can I say, busy calendar, like Bartos was saying. I just put myself into the flow and let's see what's going to happen next. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Nisan. Carlos, are you here? I think Carlos
Yeah,
yeah. Cool.
I am. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. I'm Carlos. I'm ACC coach out of San Francisco, Bay Area. I am an ADHD coach, so I work with people who have ADHD, other neurodivergent individuals, and my purpose would be to provide support, connection, and accessibility of coaching. Right, I do a free biweekly group coaching session that anybody can join. I have I have several one-on-one clients, and like a lot of people, I'm trying to get to that full-time place too as well, still in between both worlds. But yeah, a lot of it has to do with just helping people like kind of reframe the way they view themselves, where instead of a lot of like shame and like confidence and like self-confidence, like trying to look at themselves differently and kind of like reclaim their ADHD in a way that like, okay, now I'm going to figure out how my brain works and work with it rather than against it and trying to fit a square peg into a circle.
Thank you, Carlos. Actually, it's a quite recent. It was a recent discussion with another coach. It started from HDD neurodiversity webinar within the framework ICW, and yeah, I started to research into categories and how they influence our decision making, and ADHD as a category. How useful is it to keep and to be guided by for those people? Like, I understand that it on the spectrum, but it still puts them in the category. And many people in that webinar that I attended, they said, I wear my label with pride.
Yeah. But a lot of people are, even for myself to kind of come out as an ADHD coach, and that meant like fully self-disclosing, right? And that means that people from work or people that I have worked with before, they can all see on LinkedIn what I do now. So, it's kind of like a big barrier to cross for a lot of people. And it was for me too. It took me a while to finally say, oh, you know what? I am okay with self-disclosing, and I am proud of who I am. And this is not something that I'm trying to work towards to like keep down, rather than like, I'm going to figure out a way to kind of set up my life that it works well for who I am and how my brain works. And like right now, currently, like the setup that I have is great. I have a lot of control over my schedule, as far as like when I coach and when I do my other work. And that flexibility is kind of key to like keeping everything going for myself, and allowing my brain to have the days of like, okay, I need some time here by myself, or okay, now I can go and collaborate and work with more people, or I could be on site doing some other stuff. Yeah, it's working out pretty well in that sense. But it took me a while to figure out that that's what I needed.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we have our special gifts and special ways to work. So I wonder if it's a different topic. All right, it's a big different topic if we need these categories, or we just near unique, I would say, each of us. Like, to get more
I was on that same call. I think why coaching needs neurodivergent brilliance, right? Something like that. The Sergey Johnson one. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, you were there. Okay,
I was there too. It was great.
Got this kind of conversation. Oops, my dog is barking. So thank you so much for sharing your. Do you hear him?
Oh yeah, we hear the dog.
Yes, of course. That's why he's barking.
It's actually not barking dog, it's a ridgeback. They rarely bark, but sometimes it's like protection.
I don't know how about your dog, but my resonates perfectly with whatever happens during the sessions, energy changes and so on. So maybe he felt something.
Yeah. So let's go. We have the time and we haven't started the discussion, but I think the sharing our purposes, sometimes it's like a discussion itself, and it invites collaboration. For example, I saw another parenting coach, the neurodivergency here. I saw many people quit their corporate last year. So what's going on here, right? It's like a field invited everybody here for some reason. So the claimed topic for today: what if we choose coaches by their connection to the future rather than their connection to the past? Meaning that past is experience, expertise that we built for some time. Life is changing. Hi, Carlos. We can see you now. Life is changing. So we're adjusting to life, but we still have this expertise, the past, the experience. How about the future? How safe it is to promote ourselves as coaches by our vision to the future? And of course, I can talk a lot. And yesterday, as a therapeutic tool, I made a video 40 minutes long, so I can talk. I can talk alone. But today is really, I wanted to collaborate to share your thoughts on it. Anybody wants to try to share your thoughts on what if we choose the coach, or if we market ourselves as a coach by our future vision?
It totally resonates with me currently, and with what I currently do. And what I do, I work with a branding expert, marketing branding expert, because being in the last month in the corporate world, I decided to work with someone in order to establish a clear, clean communication to my clients, who I want to reach out to more and more, right? That's obvious. And we work like in 2 hours, 2 hour sessions, several already behind us. And during one of those sessions, she asked me, okay, so what do you do? And my answer was very, very, very simple. Coaching, of course. And she was, of course, coaching, just coaching, right? And I said, yes, I'm a tool. Coaching is tool, right? And she kept asking me different questions, and I realized that that I need to look deeper in the communication, like that I want to create. And what I want to share here is that the most impactful question was, and sorry for my French, what does piss you off? And I found the answer to this question, like the fact that people are supposed to live after hours, after work, that they are supposed to do their job, like as you said, Ronnie, 100% or even more, and only then they are allowed to live their lives. That's what's really pissing me off, right? So, and we started building the mission, the value proposition, and so on, starting from that point. And the things and the outcome that I have, and things that we are shaping now, are so impactful to me, that resonates really, like brings the energy out. That literally this is what I'm doing, like focusing on the idea of changing the reality for future, and for people living there. Maybe a bit long story, but I hope it matches. Fits here.
Thank you, Bartosz. I noticed something that you said. I'm a tool. I am a tool. Like I was like, really? I am a tool. I am a coach. I am a coach or tool. Coaching is a tool. And then your marketing specialist asked, what pisses you off? That what's the emotion? What's the motivation? Right? And one person asked me, how did you find your purpose? And I started to go deep and deep, and yeah, from the pain. I guess what pisses us off, or deeper if we go, it's a pain. And I guess the crystallization of my purpose for peaceful coexistence and exploring how it's possible, not if it's possible. That was the first, that it is possible. And I was totally instantly not belonging to anybody, to any side, when I decided that peace is possible in 2022, when Russia-Ukraine war started. And this not being accepted to either side, for some reason, gave me more strength and determination to go deeper with my purpose. Well, I believe it's possible. How we can do it. So that's interesting how our maybe childhood, even if we go deep enough, bring us to today with all the tools that we have, all the experience towards the future, what we can change for ourselves and others. So would it be safe to market ourselves not by experience, but by the vision? Would you choose the coach with a vision, not the experience? Like, he doesn't have 20 years in corporate job, and he didn't overcame this overworking hours, overtime, losing connection with the family, and then he has experienced overcame it, achievement, and now I can trust him, rather than I look straight to the future. So what's the role of experience, and what's the role of the vision, purpose?
So perhaps it even helps, what's the right word, self-filter some of the clients you're going to get, right? Somebody who's very stuck on, I want this kind of background of a coach, as opposed to somebody with this kind of forward thinking, right? So yeah, maybe it's going to really hone in on the type of client who responds to your messaging, right? But the key thing there is, to get those responses, you've got to be out messaging, right? You've got to be making the noise, having them hear it and respond to it.
Thank you, Charles. Anyone wants to share? Because I have my stories also from the marketing part, which I was pissed off with, like the whole idea of creating the avatar of the client and making myself noisy about something that I have to guess other people need by doing a market research of their needs and then to provide. And for me, it was not going well for me. I don't know. Maybe for somebody is the way, but I guess that's one of my things that I worked with a coach. I chose a coach as much similar to myself. Still, we couldn't go and dig my motivation for that because there was so much resistance to the mainstream marketing of funnel tunnel things. It's just personal, but maybe somebody has similar stories or other stories.
Yeah, I think that resonates, Maria, that, in terms of going out and making the noise, there was one free marketing session I went to where I got some really sage advice, right? Took some very sage advice, and it was, go out and make the noise and listen for the signal from your audience, right? So instead of trying to tune into what they want, a priori, you're doing it based on the conversations you are having and starting and participating in, and that helps you find the sort of those subsets of the audiences that that want to interact with you and that maybe you want to interact with. Again, if you're doing it more based on your vision of the future, again, the people are going to be responding are the people who resonate with that, right? So, the last year for me has been this crazy exploration of marketing and trying to do it that other way and the avatar based way. And, it's so hard to put an avatar on, who, who I can help, right? And it just like comes back to people with a shared vision or values of, people are the center of everything we do, right? And so that's what I want to talk about now, and that's what I'm starting to make noise with. And again, I can own my language around that after I, find the audiences that are responding, and again, responding in a way that I find um, appealing, and that makes me want to work with them as well, right? And in corporate America, we all know, since we're all leaving or left it, it's a lot of the people in charge aren't people that are, seeing the world the same way that we are. Several of us said the way we've stated on this call. So, they are a subset.
And I think it's we are talking about being authentic in our role as coaches, and it made me think that, come on, we are not selling cars or I don't know, kitchen inventory or something else, right? It's totally something else that we are giving to people.
What?
You tell me, you name it, but we work on something deeper, right? We work on values, we work on inner core, identity, values, behaviors, roles, self-awareness, etc., right? And being authentic and getting in this state of resonating with your clients. This is something what cannot be sold in that in that kind of simple marketing style. This is my thinking now, right? So maybe that's why it doesn't work in that way, and it's better if you. I really found a great expert in branding, and I was so relieved when she said, your clients will find you, don't worry, but you need to be yourself. You need to be clean and clear with your message, who you are, what you're giving to people, what you can offer, and stay your ground. And I was like, oh my gosh, so you're not going to force me to be active on Instagram? No. Oh, thanks God.
Share the contact. One thing I didn't bring into the agenda, but one thing that I always nowadays compare coaching to, or compare humans to, and for the question what we are giving to our clients, I always think what we are giving, what is it that we are giving that AI cannot give? I always compare with AI now, because one client, she's from Microsoft, she's in AI security department. She said the price of expertise is zero right now. Like, expertise already can be taken from artificial intelligence, machines, models. There's a lot of information. We can learn a lot. Then what's here for us, for coaches? What we are bringing in this transaction between us and clients? Reflection.
May I?
Yeah, sure.
I think we are giving actually our presence. I mean, because when we are together with the client, something happens, because we are in the same room, or even we are online. We give our whole self to the coaching session, and we see what's coming up with the client, because the client thinks. Maybe we also give some silence, we give some time to think, and something happens there. I think I usually think that I'm giving my presence to the client. Yes, it's a kind of service, of course, on the marketing side. But to tell this is really is not easy, and it's important to see this maybe in the chemistry session or prior to the coaching. Maybe we have to give much more ourselves or attention or what we are going to offer, and then the client will I don't know, will understand is the right word, but will feel it anyway in a case.
That's the point. I sorry for jumping in, but I'm thinking about something what cannot be expressed, even what cannot be named. Maybe that there is not. We sometimes we name it magic. That it's magic happening, and we all know what's this all about. And it's like something deep in connection between people, right? Because we can name it compassion, we can name it presence, but actually AI is present 24/7. And it can act as it would be compassion, but there is something deeper, right, in this connection between people. By the way, interesting fact is that people nowadays are getting addicted to AI because of the fact that the AI is present all the time, and that AI contacts them and communicates with them with so much respect that which they can't meet in their real lives. Imagine how sad it is, but for me, that's on one hand sad, but on the other hand, I'm so glad that I do, and we all can be proud for what we are doing as coaches, because we are indeed giving to others this true, deep human connection. This is how I say it.
Did you notice how many responses started to come with this question, how we are different from AI, and in the chat a lot, and everybody has something to say. The communication, the discussion started to be very charged. You wanted to...
Yes, I just want to add about the future vision and the experience. Yes, I also had similar corporate life, I guess, with you, Maria, because of this marketing stuff and so on. But not that experience, but maybe the experience I had with my feelings. I want to, because I want to be I'm as a parent coaching, in parent coaching subject, because I had the same feelings, and I know how it is hard, and I really want to reach those people who have similar feelings and similar pains, and yes, I feel like I am really in connection with them, because at that time I had a lot of difficulties to deal with this problem and to this challenge. So I want to use this experience for the future vision. And of course, I know that in coaching, I don't want to give advice, but I may just say that I had some similar experiences, and if the client allows me to give some advice, then I may just say, okay, I am now putting my coaching hat, and I'm putting on the mentor or advisor. Yes, and then I may just continue it. So I may become a mentor and a coach in the different in the same session. So that's how I want to use my experience, and I'm really sure of this. So that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that makes connection easier. Connection on experience and on the pains, on the similar traumatic experience, or what we learn from it. And then we go to the future for what I read a phrase regarding the difficult experiences. Reframing or healing journey goes like from why me to what for. So simple and powerful. Why me? It's about being a victim, why it happened to me, and what for? What can I create change for the future, for my future and for the future generations? And it's really beautiful and empowering thing to do something for future generations that you never see even. And it's about connection to something else. And I gathered the words magic, connection, presence, intuition, compassion, and all those things. For me, it's about energy that we are all connected with. I'm really interested in the quantum field, which is conscious and all this stuff, because it makes sense that we are states of the same conscious quantum field, and each of us has a purpose given from birth, before conditioning. I believe in it, and then we relearn it, rediscover it. Our conversation coming to the end, and I have really I have a session at 10, very risky business. But I'm so grateful for the discussion today. Would you share your takeaways and how you can use this discussion and this space for collaboration, for interaction, for doing something together, maybe? For something, how to say, I don't know how to say it in English, something collaborative interconnected in the purposes. I will keep your names and I will reach you later. And this meeting is recorded, so I can share if you want the recording. Thank you for holding space. Holding space, yeah, for this conversation, for energy, for compassion, for understanding. It was very important for me too. Thank you for sharing your purposes. And would you say that purpose exploration for coaches is something meaningful and useful? Would be like a session, group session, purpose exploration, not in a live, but in coaching. I know, Bartosz, you probably say that marketing specialists do that, right? But
That's those good ones.
Yeah, what if we discover purpose for itself, for ourselves, not to market ourselves first, like to make it authentic, not to connect to the result for selling, but to find a purpose for ourselves, for integrity, for connection in difficult times when we want to give up, when we have difficult sessions, when anything goes not the way we expected. We have this connection to our purpose. And by itself, it might be healing and supporting and empowering. Thank you. So I will read, the VUCA times violate uncertain, complex, and chaotic world. That's the thing. Being comfortable with chaos, with the unknown, that's where we are going. Right now, I feel the changes in the world, right? And that's fine. I mean, it's different, but it can be fine. It still can be resolved. Conflicts can be resolved, right, Masha? Every conflict is here for what? Not why me, but for what? For resolution towards something else. And 2022 conflict brought me a purposeful life through my painful experiences with that, a different story. The fact that we cannot measure in a scientific way doesn't mean that something doesn't exist. So true. Thank you. I mean, that's my belief. So much we can
I also
use.
believe in that.
Yeah.
I also believe in that. And sorry to what you said just before. Yes, fear cannot be the last, word. It should be. It needs to be something else.
Fear is not the last word. That's quite something that I want to think more about, and maybe we can do something more in the collaborative work. Please.
Definitely.
Yeah, please.
I'm happy for those connections that we might keep, because this is what I feel that it's a group of how to say in English, thinking like people.
Aligned.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So to respect everybody's time, we finish this space meeting, and please, I would appreciate your feedback on that. Was it useful? What wasn't useful? Waste of time? Please be authentic and honest, so I can continue with more improved, I don't know, space, direction, maybe. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Night.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.